I see the irony. I just started a new channel with Claude Code as the main theme, and my first video is to show you how to uninstall Claude Code. That is probably not good for the algorithm, but you might have good reasons. I mean, pricing. But bear with me. Here on this channel, I will cover Claude Code in future videos. Today, I will show you how to uninstall Claude Code. And then in my next video, I will show you how to install it completely fresh. And that's why I thought it might make sense to uninstall it first, because I want to show you how to install it fresh in the next video. But there are a few things to keep in mind when you want to remove Claude Code from your system. If you want to uninstall Claude Code from your system, there are a few steps you need to take, and I will guide you through them step by step. But I will give you a quick overview first so you know what to expect, and you can jump to the chapters of this video if you want. So first, if you have an extension in any of the code editors installed, then you need to uninstall these extensions first, and then you need to check that no Claude Code instance is running anymore. Then you can remove the Claude binary files and finally remove the config files. There is also a documentation for how to uninstall Claude Code. I will show you how to uninstall Claude Code on macOS, but if you want specific instructions for your operating system, then you can navigate to code.claude.com/docs, and there you can go to administration. So it's a little bit hidden. And once you're in the administration overview, you need to go to advanced setup on the left in the menu bar, and then grab the scroll bar and scroll almost until the end of the page, where you will find the uninstall Claude Code section. And there are basically the steps I will show you, and also individual steps depending on the installation method that you used. So I will show you how to uninstall the native installation, which is basically the recommended way how you installed Claude Code nowadays. And if there is any other way, you can check them here. The first step, and that is basically an optional step, is to uninstall any Claude Code extensions that you might have in your code editor. So there are extensions for PyCharm and VS Code, for example. I'm having VS Code open here. So you want to check in the extensions panel for your Claude Code extension. So if there is a Claude Code extension installed, then you will see this uninstall button here, and you need to click this uninstall button, and then you will see that now the extension has this install button again, so that means it's uninstalled. But it's important to note, this is only the extension for your code editor. So there is another Claude Code installed on your system, and we'll take care of that next. So now that you uninstalled any Claude Code extensions that you had in your code editor, it's time to check if there are any Claude Code instances running. So open up your terminal and type the following command, pgrep-fl and then Claude. So basically this command checks if there is any process running on your system, and if there is, it will print them out. Here you can see that nothing was showing. This is exactly what you want. If you have some output there, then hunt down the terminal windows where Claude Code might be running. Make sure that you close the session properly and then run this command again. If you are on a system where you get an error with this command, just write me in the comments below and I will help you out with your system. Let me know if you're on Windows or something like that, and I'll try to help you with that. Once you made sure that no Claude Code instance is running anymore, it's time to remove the Claude binary files. And that part is a little bit tricky because there might be multiple binary files there, or actually aliases to binary files. So let me guide you through the process. As you can see, I have two windows open here. So you can see my Finder. On the left side, I'm currently in the bin folder. And on the right side, I'm in a share folder. Let's focus on the bin folder on the left for now. And to show you where exactly that bin folder is, you basically go to your user folder. So for me, that's phi. And then .local bin, and there you will find a Claude binary or an alias to a binary. So for me, that's an alias. So you want to delete this alias, move to trash or Command backspace if you're on macOS, and then you want to go into the shared folder. So that shared folder is also in your user folder in .local, and there is an folder named share, and in there is another folder called Claude. And this Claude folder might have multiple versions. So these are actually the binary files you want to delete. Here you can see that I have 2 versions. It could be that you only have 1 version there, or you have multiple versions there. I think Claude Code cleans them up at some point, but they really accumulate, and you can see that they are quite huge. So actually, if you don't want to uninstall Claude Code, it could be a good idea to just remove 1 version, but then you shouldn't have deleted that alias. So I guess I should have told you that before. Sorry about that. But we want to uninstall Claude Code, so everything is fine, and we can just throw away this Claude folder entirely. So now the binary files are uninstalled, and now we want to take care of the Claude configuration. The Claude configuration basically is a .claude folder and a .claude.json file. And they are both in your user folder. So here I have the .claude folder already selected. So let's quickly have a look. I'm in my user folder, and there I have a .claude folder. And next to this .claude folder is the .claude.json file if you have sorted it by name. And basically you can throw away both of them. However, these are configuration files. So basically there would be no harm in keeping them on your system. I would suggest not keeping them in your user folder, but maybe backing them up somewhere, because in this .claude folder and the .claude.json file is basically your complete interaction history with Claude Code. So let's have a look at the .claude folder for a moment. There you can find, for example, the plans that you were creating during your nice time with Claude Code, and you might want to save that. There is no harm in copying them into some backup folder or some backup drive and keeping them for the future if you might come back to Claude Code. Here we want to be harsh and move the .claude.json file and the .claude folder into the trash. And that is basically it. So you made sure that all the extensions are uninstalled. Then you were checking that no processes are running anymore for Claude Code. And then you were removing the binaries and then the configuration files. So there were a few steps that you took. Woo! Woo! But if you followed along, then your system is clean of Claude Code now, which is the perfect setup to install Claude Code again. And that's what we'll do in my next video. See you then.